So there's a different musician coming to help him out every day because he got left in the lurch a bit by social. No.
As soon as they decided my brother could come home, they gave me a ring and said, take him home, and he's only got another week to live. He lived 19 years.
Oh, you would
now the door stays open on the phone.
Oh, the door stays open?
If you want it fully open.
Well, it was just to let people in, really. Yes. So if you want to do the magic door, that'd be brilliant. Yeah, is that everybody? Is that you wouldn't happen to have an extension cable in here, would you? Because that's oh, could you? Yeah, we're not doing. If you could go and grab it, that'd be marvelous. Sorry about that. Yeah. So we just do that. No, so we've got a rotor. There's yeah. Have a look. We're just doing it. So we're just doing tiny turning. Yeah, I'll put the kettle on and forgot to put the hot water in, but I'll do that later. So yeah.
If anyone phones me, we can ring. Due to the traffic congestion, my Fen Road is like the M1.
That was no fun. There were loads of children. I don't think there was a choir. I can't remember. There's no tea stuff out
through the Fen.
Yes.
Because they can't get between Milton and
so nice and tall.
Yes, but
so they're having to turn up Milton and head towards Ealing, and then come on to the Stretton Road.
Yeah.
And go
so the song
that's so close.
Yeah.
What's close?
The A14 it's shut.
And Stoke-on-Wye. Is that temporary? An accident.
There was an accident last night, but they're still clearing it up. So.
And then you see part of the road in Selham is closed for 3 weeks. So it means the Selham traffic is coming out onto the bypass trying to get on the Stanbridge. It's mayhem or whichever way, and people's sat navs are taking them through the Fen. Some van, I mean, they've been going through in blocks of 3, and when I did my walk this morning, the locals all went slow. So, but the sat-nav people were whizzing along my road at something a disgusting speed.
So feel the feet. Okay, have a little bounce. Yeah, rocking around the cover. So we're just going to go. Oh, you superstar! We have an extension cable, so now the Zoomies won't get the electricity.
Well, they're all connected, I think. But one of them is. I don't know.
Let's take that one out. There we are. And then I'll put that one. There's that one. That's a very clever way of.
I think they're joined. So
okay, I'll have the one. I'll have the green one. And then we'll put them. Thank you. Right, so we're just going side to side while I've just got to sort out. Otherwise, we're going to run. I'm going to get an extension cable because I think this is perfect. One like that. I've got one that's bigger, but it's a bit unnecessary. I might see if I can get a smaller one. There's a Tesco's.
Oh, one.
Yes. I'll go and see if. Right. That's it. So if you relax your shoulders and lengthen through. I've just texted her. Yes. I'll send. I will. Yeah.
when she phoned. She'll phone me later today. To tell me what's in.
That's good. That's right. That's exactly right. So just do this.
Said, no, and I said, I'm not going to. Right. I started doing this when she does her hospital together. Motivated. She books and I go.
Okay, and then we just sink forwards and back. Yeah, that's fine. That's the right decision. Let's just sink back. Yeah, my friend. I'm seeing my friends later. A couple of their friends got cancer as well. So.
And Jim's it's not this, when they thought it extremely,
Yes.
some blood tests we had to have something else.
Oh, good job. So just relax, and then we're going round and round. Let me just breathe. Yeah. So yeah, I had 2 weeks off, but I didn't actually have a holiday. Yeah, I was back in my old job.
Hospital nursing.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun. It was. I have to admit, I did get somewhat nostalgic when I did. I ended up staying overnight at intensive care because I was
3 months staying over in intensive care for a while.
Yeah. But because I used to work, well, occasionally, because I was in the NHS bank, so I would get sent wherever they were short, and every now and then I'd go do intensive care, and it was fine. I mean, it was, you just. And I was thinking, yeah, I'd forgotten how much fun this job was. Great. Sorry? It's pretty good. I'd be a healthcare assistant because that's what I never did any of the qualifications. But I mean, I always did first aid and that. But it hasn't changed, and it was very good. But I ended up I ended up staying overnight because when people come out of operations and that, they can get very confused.
It's a voice they want.
Yeah, so because I was there, it meant everything ran more smoothly. Because I could go, no, come on, no, this person's all right. Let them do what they, it was quite fun. But it basically meant I pulled a 17-hour shift for no pay. That was a bit mean.
I used to sing to my brother.
And we go around the other direction. That's it. And we do it very slow. So feel the feet. Yeah.
I stopped singing. And a voice from the bed, keep going, it sounds like my mother.
Oh, there you go. You got a listening audience. Yeah. No, I found this amazing stairwell at Hammersmith Hospital that's got perfect acoustics. So I recorded 3 songs.
Well done.
And it was really fun. And I am so tempted just to go there. I'll turn up with my fiddle next time. The acoustics are amazing. And I did Tai Chi in the stairwell as well. I went to a couple of my teachers' online classes, and I did it live from the stairwell. It was great. Yeah, it went very well. But we've had to organise a big team of people, and it's working out.
Yes, because they can't do anything.
No, they just left him.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So breathe in. Breathe out. So apparently Dimitri thought you were all wonderful. Well done. Well done for fooling him. He's lovely, isn't he lovely? He's so He's very, though he's actually a very well paid engineer and does software and clever stuff. So,
What's his nationality?
not sure. Do you think, Craig?
Yeah, he had an accent.
But he's lovely and he does Tai Chi more as a hobby, but he said that he didn't want to go into full-time teaching because he couldn't cope with the pay cut. Yeah, I mean that is a big pay cut. Carell, my teacher Carell, he was an engineer.
Yeah.
Well, his children were growing up, but actually all he wanted to do was Tai Chi. That's all he wanted to do. He found it a bit annoying. There we go. And now that's good. Let's do one more. And we'll just open like that and breathe out. And big breath in, bring the hands in. Breathe out through the mouth. Staying still, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. I actually made Eli's class at 6 AM. Well, I did about half of it because I had to go off because I was coming up from London this morning. So yeah, I left just before 8. So Dimitri's doing different. He does Chen Manqing style Tai Chi as well as Chen style, which is what this is. And I occasionally bump into him. Occasionally bump into Dimitri at national events. So we'll always say hi. So yeah, we're going to go out for a coffee at some point. That's nice. So just stand. So that's this is a good one to do if you're finding it hard to go to sleep at night. But it's also a good one to do first thing in the morning, just to kind of help you. So what I've been doing, just have a shake up. What I've been doing in bed is I've been doing like little wiggles and stretches and things, little mobilisations when I'm in bed, and that one when I'm in bed. And then when I get out of bed, I'm not as stiff as I was because I'm doing an awful lot of driving, so it can affect your lower back. But yeah, it's just like because I've been watching my friend's cats. My friend up in Lincoln who's got the kittens. She's now keeping all of them. She was supposed to be giving 2 away to her family, and she couldn't bear it. So she's very good. So yeah, let's do. Oh, is it mint break time?
No, I'm about to cough.
Oh, you're about to cough.
So
I thought it was a bit early for mint break.
Yeah.
So we're just what we're doing is we're just getting as relaxed as possible. Because what I'd like to do is step back and circle arms. So, and that's kind of challenging. That's quite challenging. So, if you're doing challenging things, it's good to just completely relax first. Yeah, so my mate, yeah, my friend Karen's coming, so she can help me put the chairs away. And we're gonna go to Wicken Fen, we're gonna go to the end of the road in Reach, and then just go for a walk, but we've both got our wellies, because it's gonna be a bit wet. She's the one I do cake size with, so we'll go and we'll do, she'll go for like a jog, but then every sort of 5 or 10 minutes we'll stop to look at something, like if there's a deer or a swan. So look at those interesting swans, yeah. And then we'll stop for ages and chat. And then we'll do a bit more exercise. And then we'll go, shall we go to the cafe then? And then we go and have a nice big slice of cake. Well, I have the gluten-free cake. And then we're just doing some basic qigong, just really simple movements. We're meeting up after this class. Great.
Mr. Dean, they were all out today.
Yeah, I had to stop a few weeks ago. I had to stop for a load of deer that were walking across the road. It was quite late at night, and there was a whole bunch of them. I can't remember where I was in the country. I was on the way back from a gig or something. And one, then shut a road, and two, I had to stop again because there was like 30 or 40 deer just walking, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I didn't want to get home early then. So just like this, that's it. So if you want to make it more challenging, if you fancy going into a squat and coming up, but only if you want to, and you know, you cannot do it at all if you're not. It's just, I've been doing a lot of squatting this morning with young Eli. He got us doing lots of squats. I think that's enough squats now. It is very difficult on that.
The squatting or the bending?
The squatting. So when he squats, just to show, I'll show from the side. He goes down like that, and then up. And then the other thing he's done, I'm just going to show it to. We won't do it this week, but it's a new exercise that I've done. So he goes like that, lifts his heel off the floor, and then he angles his body. He goes down, don't join in, it's too much. And he puts his knee on the ground very carefully. Don't go thunk. Just avoid going thunk, do it very softly. And then he goes like this, sits back, sinks forward, and then comes up again. All right, we'll try it out. It's a really good. You might not, because you've been knee, so you might have to adapt it to a. So the angle. So it's easier with the angle, and if you need to, you can put your hands down as well and make it a bit easier. Sink back, sink forward, and then like people that will just do two, because that's absolute murder. And we'll try it the other side. So he angles. Down. If you had to take a couple of sticks and you're lengthening through the spine, you could use some sticks if you need to. Or use a chair. You can use a chair. So we've got loads of chairs. I'll show you the adapted version, but it's a really good way. And then eventually, that's the basic way. Eventually, you just do it down and up, staying completely upright. The adapted version, got a million chairs in the way. So if you had a chair either side of you, you can just do it like, you can do it like that with a chair and use the chair, and that will work your arms as well. But just when you're coming down, just be very careful about not going thud on you. Because I did that, and it was like, ow. So, but yeah, you can do it, and that's a new one. And it nurtures your legs. It will build the strength up in the knee joint, and it's like a knee exercise, and then we stretched out and did that one afterwards. So we stretched out and did the hamstring stretch afterwards. Yeah. But we actually did it like at least 15 times, and I was a bit. He kind of, a lot of Eli, I really enjoyed his excellent, his classes are excellent, but they get quite character building quite fast. So if you did 5 of those, maybe start with 2 or 3, work your way to doing 5 each side, then you get very strong legs. And also it works the ankle. So you can also go to here and then put the foot down and sink back a bit and do a bit of a. You can do that. The other thing he does is he got us to go. Don't join in. He got us to go like this, push our feet like that, and then and you can go from kneeling like this, and you go like that, and then he was getting us to stand up. So I've had to practice that to be able to do that. See, just give it a bash. See if it works. Don't just watch. You can hold up the scorecard. So we like this, and then you put yourself on both feet like that, and if you need to, you can use your hand, and then you come up. So you need to put you go like this. Oh yeah, you put your feet flat like that, like you're in a squat. So you go from here to here to here, and then up. But
It's almost like my physiotherapist.
it is. It's like a physio, but you have to have needs.
Yes, and I've got no one there. Yes.
How to get up off the floor is really good. Yeah,
Off the floor.
yeah. But you can push with your hands, and eventually you don't need to push with your hand. And he can get up really fast.
Yeah.
But I've had to work on that because I kind of get stuck. But if you use the momentum, so you go to here, you rock onto your feet, and then you can push that way, and then you just come up like that, and then just practice it at home, see what you can. But when he did it, he actually sprung up and jumped, but then he's a show off. So I didn't jump. No jumping. Yes, if you jump, you can jump up. We've done that with Eva. We've done that with Eva. She gets us to jump up and down. Just like this. Just nibble your heels off the floor, and then that's and then that gets your heart going. And also, she's 76 or 77 now. She can jump really high, and she can squat down. She can get up and down the stairs, no problem. So
I don't want to get explained for half a month.
So this, brush the cheek, like that, and then that pulls that way, and that pushes, like you're smoothing something out. So 1, you can have a slight waist turn as well. Good. That's much better. And you want to, do that with it, get much better. But yeah, he does a lot of the conditioning. And actually, being out, like I was doing some sweeping. Because I've been doing a lot of cleaning as well. It's been a lovely holiday. Cleaning, nursing, wiping things up. Yeah, sorry. But I was doing it, and then I went, ooh, that's really good. If you get postural hypertension, you can do that and shake, and then get the blood. Because the other thing is, he hasn't got to worry about that yet because he's only in his 30s. Whereas anyone over that, you can get the blood. So you just need to circulation going. So sometimes if you're crouching down on the shelf and you stand up too quick, you can get the drop in blood pressure, which is a natural thing that happens to everyone. And then if you just shake and it will help. Rather than go, just move it. And that will work. So that's that was from Simon Hannah, the exercise book. So we've got these. So we were doing the tiny turning, and it's the same kind of thing. It's both. There's a slight with the hips, but it's mostly the waist. Mostly the waist. And it's like you've got a beam of light that's shining towards one corner, not fully in the corner. It's a tiny turn, tiny turn. So the small movements are actually better for the spine rather than great big, you know, that for feeling the alignment of the spine, and then the movement could be very subtle. I mean, the way Grandmaster Chen was moving, he's coming back in June. He's teaching in June at that place we were at last year, Rosemary. So he's fantastic. I mean, it's well worth a visit. So that the money that Dimitri wouldn't take, that's going to go towards Grandmaster Chen. I mean, he'll be getting a lot more as an engineer, like, you know, six-figure stuff. Okay. So now when you turn, try it and sink down as that open. Oh, we're just opening this. Yeah, if we do this, we just practice that opening and closing. Open. So feel the opening and notice what happens in the tissues body. That's it. Yeah, there's over on the list of people that are helping. Not all of them can help because not all of them are in either in this country or in the area. But there's over 30 people that have been doing things like sending money, sending freezers online because he needs the freezer, and he's got a different person every day next week coming to basically like an emotional support musician. So yeah, it's all fine. Yeah, but we had to do it ourselves. Like what happened in COVID, basically, we sorted it out. So our whole neighbourhood got together, and we put loads of things in place. And then, like 2 months later, we started getting help from. We didn't need it then. We've done it. Self-reliant. It's brilliant. So we just breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful, really nice, soft, smooth and slow, very connected. Once more. That's great. We'll do the stepping backwards. We'll stop for a quick water break, everybody. Water break, and then we'll be looking at the stepping backwards. We'll be looking at the stepping backwards after the water break. Marvellous. This is very good. Oh yeah, it was Dimitri. Yeah, Dimitri didn't want any money, and I would like to cover the hall hire. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. I'll give you some change. I'll sit on. I'll get the change. Well, that'll be the name. They want to pay for now. Oh yeah. No, you want to get a session. Oh, yes, we think it'd be 15. I'll give you to try. Is that right? Is that right? That's fine. I'm grateful.
No, it's very old. It was one of the primary.
So we just practice going, oh, sorry, I'm getting. So whenever does it, she makes her feet completely parallel. So, she does it so the feet, when I do it, I have to turn my foot in to make it parallel. But when she does it, her feet are perfectly parallel. So let me just move that down slightly because I think we need a little bit more floor in the. No, that's not quite tuned in. No, that's fuzzier. Okay, it's not really working. That will have to do. That will have to do. So we're just going to do a little walking.
But my actual physical view, I said, I want to see him. And I haven't seen him for over 5 years.
Oh, sorry.
We'll catch up with you.
It's just otherwise the people watching later on YouTube, they'll be like, come on, what are you doing? So, we just do this. It is good. It's very good for building the strength up of the legs walking backwards. Oh. So nice and tall. Sit, let these relax. So you're lengthening. So yeah, I've been while I was bored at hospital, well, I wasn't actually that bored at hospital, it was great. It was really, I used to love doing night shifts at hospitals and things, it was great. But I was watching my friend's she live broadcasts her cats and kittens. So I was watching a lot of cats moving around. And I was like, yeah, they're trying out movements. It's very good. There we go. So I'll be seeing Missy at the end of this week as well, Missy the cat. It's a little bit narrower than shoulder distance. Let's try that again, just try it. And yeah, but what you want to do is that you're definitely avoiding the tightrope. You want to have a base that you move from. So, and then also thinking about the line between the hip and the shoulder. So you're avoiding these things. You're getting this. He was quite insistent on that, Master Chen. So it's something I've got to work on getting that line really correct. So just do the stepping and then we'll do the arms in a bit. We'll do the arms in the next round. But walking backwards, actually walking backwards and walking sideways, if you really want to improve your balance fast, that's a good way of doing it. As well as the forward, back, side, round and round thing, just to get yourself on your feet. So, so left hand and like that. So it's called fist under elbow because your fist is under your elbow. So I'm just doing it the normal way. I'm not mirroring. Otherwise, my brain, I don't know it well enough to mirror. Oh, that's Carol, yeah. Okay, so we're like this. And the arm. So if you do the feet first, it just kind of helps. And just breathe naturally. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
What is it that I was trying to get my hand back into that?
I can't coordinate
Yeah. Any questions? Yeah, sure. I'll just show you from the outside.
When the answer, with the answer.
So it's like when we're doing that. You see, I have to turn my foot in because it just doesn't. When Leather does it, she doesn't need to turn her foot in. But
So you'll put your leg back when your hands come together.
sure. What am I doing? I'll show it from this side. So if I break it down, so this is how she does it broken down. 4, 1, 2, 4, 1. Hang on, is she outside? Wait a minute. I'll text her, she can come and join in with us. She can come and join in with us. Sorry about this. And
you've got to have a chance.
right. Yeah, so I'll show it from the diagonal view. I know we've got the creaky door, that's all right. I said she should come and join in. So I'm turning like this. I go like this, then I step, wait forward, wait back. That's how Eva does it when she teaches it basic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eventually 3 and 4. Eventually 3 and 4 comes in. So you're like this. So you've got more weight there than there. And you're nice and relaxed. And then, so I bring my foot in as my hand brushes past, goes to the cheek. And I actually place my fingers on my cheek while I'm learning it. Then I step back, turn that foot in, and then I sink back. There's quite a lot to coordinate on this, so it's best not to hurry. That's it. Yeah. Let's just keep doing it. I mean, that's the best way. The problem with Tai Chi, you can't really intellectualize it. You can't really intellectualize it. You just have to kind of do it and feel. It's like if you're learning a folk song or something. You can't really right on that bit, and then after she's died, blah 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 happens. It doesn't work. You just have to keep doing it until it. Well, it's like riding a bicycle or something like that. So look, we just start like this, and we're just taking our time. Whoops. Yeah, like that. Sorry. Like that. There. And then we'll just. You've already improved. I mean, that's much better. The important thing is not to panic. Okay, and then for fun, we're gonna go forward, just to kind of, so then we're doing something as we go forward. This is by far, this bit and then the cloud hands are both very tricky parts of the form actually. So it's best to practice those on their own, and then we can put them into context later. We can put them into context later. that's it, so we'll stay upright. Upright. Normally we'll have done, we would have done, diagonal posture, but we're just, this is more like doing, oh, hang on, that's better. Oh. I can always book, yeah, you don't wanna, that's better, yeah. I can always book Ed for a private class online and pick up brains. Needs, these new needs, new needs. Okay, marvellous. Very nice. Yeah, we'll leave, because that can like, that'll need to cook over a week, won't it? So let's get back to this one. Oh, that's much better. And then what we can do is, if everybody faces this way, we'll do a bit of a wave hands like clouds, because we're working on balance. We'll do a few more balancing things. Yeah, I've even been doing balance exercises with Steve. Because I'm like, because he's got these massive feet that kick things and then he falls over. I said, look, you can't do that. That's dangerous. Let's get you better on, let's get you steadier on feet. So we've been doing kind of daily balance exercises and he's improved. And he can get up and down the stairs, which is, well, he only has 6 steps to get up and down, but that's still pretty good. But yeah. Okay, so if we just do this one. Actually, we'll do the second one. Oh, really? Oh, really good. Oh, this is great. All right, you got there. And lengthen through the crown of the head. And just make it super chill. When Big Master Chen does this, he just looks so serene. It's just unreal. It's you just watching him, you just think, oh. So we can do that. You know, all we need is a custom made blue silk, 100% silk Tai Chi suit. We'll look at biz. It's like this lovely turquoise, really beautiful blue. Really, and he looks amazing when he does his Tai Chi. It looks fantastic. That was beautiful, everybody. So let's just. So walking sideways is a fantastic way of improving your balance as well. It's very nicely done. And that's amazing. And one more in this direction, because I'm going to get out of the camera and then we go the other way. Yeah, it varies actually. It's whatever works. There probably is a protocol, but actually, what am I doing? I go heel toe out, toe heel in. Oh, but you might work a different way. You know, you might work in different ways. I find if I do heel toe, but it depends how far. If I do short, I'm personally doing that. But you might work a different way. That's no way. It's more stabilizing. Yeah. And then when you do it with the arms, how to walk round Reach Village. So, next week we're not having the Tai Chi and sound healing because of she looked at the weather report and reckons it's going to be too cold and we've not had a chance, because of all the stuff in the hospital, I've not had a chance to properly advertise it or anything, so we are rescheduling it when the weather is beautiful. And it will be, I think that'll be much more fun, actually. My friend Nikki. And we're all breathing marvellous. Oh, aren't you brilliant? Right, that was so good, we're going to go in the other direction. What's the actual time? Because
That helps us 20.
is that right? Okay, marvellous. I'm going to check my one. 121. I make it 121. That's good. Right. Any questions on the stepping? That's okay. What you do is it's all in the silk reading. If you just go back to the first silk reading. So that comes in and it comes out. It comes in. So the out bit, I guess, would be when you can do it that way. It just goes round and round. I mean, the thing is, this stuff happens with practice. That's it. If you do super slow-mo, it can sometimes help. Sometimes it can't. No, it doesn't. The important thing is to relax really and just to see what happens and to try stuff out. So yeah, so it's like we're doing an experiment. We are moving and feeling things as an experiment, and we're exploring. So it doesn't right and wrong. Eventually, that does come into it, but later on, when you're trying to get it really, really correct, because then you're doing this thing, the lean, I think it's called the shape of the thing, and getting the shape right, get the alignment. But you have to have moved around enough to know where all the bits are. And if you focus too early on, oh, I must do it like this, you've not. It's a bit like if I'm learning something off my cello teacher. Some of the tunes I can't play, and no amount of intellectualization is going to help. I've just got to play the damn thing, and then eventually it will. Yeah, it's kind of like it's a different way of it's more like learning by ear rather than is this right or not? Because eventually, when you move around enough, and you can feel where any interferences are in the body, you can then move and wiggle, release all that interference, and then your body will tell you what's right and what isn't. That's the yeah. On the other hand, my teacher, Mike, he's always saying, no, that's wrong, that's the right one, that's wrong, that's right. So it's different approaches. I personally don't like using rights and wrongs, because it can kind of interfere with enjoying the movement and enjoying having a go at something and exploring things and moving and feeling things move. It's more like when the kittens were running around and they were jumping up things, they weren't worrying about whether they were doing it right or not. They were just moving naturally. So it's yeah, I don't know any other way of explaining it really at the moment. I'll ask Emma, she'll know what to say. But, any other questions? That's on Zoom. Let's do something nice. Let's do the dragonfly. So that the feet go like this. Now, if you want, you can raise the feet and then raise the hands. And just That's the baby dragonfly. So I'll show from the side view like this. So this is one of the ones Eva teaches. I would absolutely love to get Eva to come over here. I think she's having to stick in stay a lot in Reading. That's it. Whoopsie. So get the weight fully in the foot. Get the weight fully in the foot so you can feel that's great. And then we've also got oh, that one. The crane. Crane. So imagine like beautiful white crane. The white crane is the one in China. They have these lovely white cranes. They come up and down. Up, oops, daisy. Down. So when I taught this to the brownies, were they brownies? Yeah, they were the brownies, little ones. One of them said, "What if my white crane is angry?" And I went, "Oh, I don't know. What would your white crane do if it was angry?" "Well, she'd stamp it. She'd stamp her foot." I went, "Okay. So if you fancy, you can go." But I prefer that one. So we did that. There was about 20 brownies all stamping their feet, being angry. They loved it. So my white crane's upset and he was angry about it. I said, "Oh dear, okay, we better stamp." Very fun. Marvellous. Okay, now we're going to do this and kick. Come back, transfer and kick. So we're really going for the balance today. Yeah, at Burwell, they wanted balance. No, we want to do balance. Okay, do balance. So I'm very happy to do that. So now if we just do the arms, and we go like that, it's the happy things. So it's like a flower closes the flower and then the flower opens. And then the happy phoenix. Hey, happy phoenix. So with this one, when I did this with Eva, you've got to think the word happy. When you do this bit, you have to think happy. You can even say it. Happy. Happy. It's very good. It works. Happy. 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 Do you feel more balanced? It's good, isn't it?
I think that was worse than I used to.
It's okay. You can have fluctuations, and also it depends on what's, how busy it's been going on with the hall and life, and there's an awful lot of things on in the news that will affect your balance, which is why I've been mostly ignoring it at the moment. I think I'll watch a bit. I go, right, now I know what's going on. Okay, because
I watch it once a day.
yeah, that's enough, isn't it? Once a day is more than enough. Yeah. So your whatever's going on, your emotional weather can affect your balance as well. And there might be an ear infection that can affect your balance, all sorts of things. And sometimes, like when I've been given something new to practice by my teacher, it can actually affect my balance for a good few months while I'm trying to, okay, how does this work? So it's fine. It's fine. Okay, how we do? Oh. Breathe in. Breathe out. So yeah, it's just a kind of, oh, this is how I am today. Like there was one time where I was standing on one leg, doing one of the standing on one leg exercises, and go, wow, I'm really all over the place. And then I noticed the trees, and they were like bending that way because it was really windy, and I was like, oh. So, weather can actually affect you, but all sorts of things. Notice the feet. So yeah, whatever's going on, you just practice being calm. I mean, even if you're feeling really down, if you can get a little bit of calmness in amongst all that, it will just help. It's not about avoiding things or pretending things aren't there. It's about sort of softening at the edges, that kind of thing. Within. Right, let's look. Super young. Long. That's it. Gets nice, warm. And then we're doing this. Oh, that's fantastic. Nice. And rub your hands together and give your back a rub. Oh, do you know that really is the best bit, isn't it? I love it. It's a good reading. It's nice. It's just nice to be. You've got to be kind to yourself first. You know, it's about like when you're doing exercise, and even if you're doing squats and things, and those knee things, it's because we're being kind. Because we want a body that, let's just brush down. We'll give ourselves, this one's one of our small those, give yourself a brush up. And then brush down, brush. So you're brushing anything you don't want, it's out there. Is it back? It doesn't really matter. When I asked her that, she goes, oh, just whatever you feel like. And it might be nice to do a bit of health dance. Or the other thing I'm working on, brush the backs of the legs. I got taught the Yang style Qigong, family Qigong by and the front by Mark last week, but I was so relaxed I forgot everything. So I'm looking at the video over the weekend, and if I can teach it back to myself, then I'll be able to start teaching that a bit next week. It's lovely. It's really nice. It's a really nice set, but I can't tell any of it because I've forgotten it. But I did it, and I was there. But I was just, you know.
Do you remember telling us to bang down this?
Yeah. That was the one. That was one of
you gave us this one.
Yeah.
And up the middle.
That's right. Yeah. I learned that one off Alison. When you go out to the sides like that and up the middle, it's very good for the circulation and also bone. The tapping is good for bone density. And if you tap here in the sternum, that's supposed to work your immunity. You've got your thymus gland in there. So yeah, it's just that's just nice. Yeah.
I find that very relaxed.
It is very good. Especially if you're having, you know, when we do the knee one, if you're having knee issues, you do massaging around the knee joint. That will help. That will help with that. Yeah, that's really good. And rubbing the knees. So you can do those in bed. You can do the tapping when you're lying in bed. So I do tapping. I'll show you what I do just like it. And then I'll do my tapping, and then I'll wiggle, and then I'll reach up like that. You have to go down the bed. I'll reach up like that. I'll do these things just to kind of you know, stretch in the back, and there you go. I've been practicing that. It's really good. But he jumps. He jumps. But, so you can, if you move around, movement is medicine. Movement is medicine. So, and if you're having a bad day, or feeling stressed or whatever, move around. Go for a walk. Move around. You'll feel better. You'll feel better. Even if you don't feel better, your body will move better. So, you know, on some level, you'll feel better, even if you're not aware of it. So it's really good to do. Yeah. Nice. Let's just finish up. And so this was the elite group. Thanks so much for coming. Otherwise, it would have just been here, me and Rosemary, on our own.
Friday, UK's #1 state remover, risk-free. Now you can enough money back and
We've overrun. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, so if anyone wants to work on anything in particular, just say, I want to work on this week, and we'll all work on it, because everyone will benefit. That's all. So just get yourselves nice and big. Make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top, pick together, and wow. Wow, that was brilliant. Fantastic. Yeah, brilliant, very good, nice movement,
Thank you. Good to see you.
See you next
Take care.
time.
Bye.
Bye.